These two brothers took their own mother to court over their father's inheritance. But they had no idea the case would expose a secret hidden for 30 years.
They were fighting over the properties their father left behind, especially what he had given their 10-year-old brother.
They were convinced the little boy didn't deserve an equal inheritance. But nobody in that courtroom knew the truth about these two grown men.
Emmanuel and Grace, today you begin a new journey together. May your home be blessed with love, peace, and children.
They left the church that day believing they would soon have the family they had always dreamed of.
But 5 years passed, and the children they prayed for never came. Every month brought hope, followed by disappointment.
Emmanuel, maybe we should stop waiting and consider adoption.
If we cannot have children of our own, then we'll give 2 children a home and love them as our own.
They adopted 2 baby boys and named them. From that day, they became the center. But Emmanuel and Grace made a decision. Nobody would ever know they were adopted, not even Daniel and David. Daniel and David grew up believing Emmanuel was their biological father. They knew nothing about the secret their parents were protecting.
They went to school, graduated, and became successful young men. Their parents were proud of the men they had become. Dad, everything I've achieved is because you and Mom never gave up on me.
For almost 30 years, the secret remained buried. Then something happened that changed the family forever.
20 years into their marriage, Grace discovered she was pregnant. At first, she could hardly believe it.
Emmanuel, look at our baby. After all these years,
They named the boy Michael. Unlike Daniel and David, Michael was their biological child. 10 years passed. Michael was now 10, while Daniel was 31 and David was 30.
The 3 boys grew up as brothers. Michael never knew his brothers had been adopted, and the older boys never knew either. Then their father became seriously ill. One evening, he looked at Grace and knew he needed to put his affairs in order.
Please call my lawyer. There are some things I need to settle before it's too late. Sir, how would you like your properties and company shares divided? Give Daniel 1 house, David another, and leave some properties to Grace. I also want Michael to have the land and shares I've specified.
Emmanuel signed the will, believing he had done everything necessary to protect his family.
Not long afterward, Emmanuel died. His family buried him. The lawyer had arrived to read his final will. I will now read the last will and testament.
This house goes to Daniel. Another house goes to David. Some properties are left to Grace. And to Michael, his father leaves this land and a significant share in one of his companies.
wait, Michael is getting all that? He's only 10 years old. Mom, this isn't right. How can Dad give a child property equal to what he gave us?
Your father made his decision. You are both grown men now. Please leave your little brother's inheritance alone.
No, Mom. We believe Michael shouldn't have received this much. We're going to court.
If you take this matter to court, be prepared for the truth. You may discover something neither of you is ready to hear.
We have nothing to fear. We're Dad's sons. The truth will prove us right.
They had no idea those words would come back to haunt them. The brothers took their mother to court, confident that they would win the inheritance dispute.
Your Honor, there is now a question concerning the biological relationship between the children and the deceased.
A DNA test will be conducted to establish the biological relationship.
Samples were collected from Daniel, David, and Michael. Everyone waited anxiously for the results. Daniel and David remained confident. Then the DNA report arrived. The courtroom suddenly became silent.
Your Honor, the DNA test shows that Daniel is not the biological son of the late Emmanuel. The result also shows that David is not the biological son of the late Emmanuel.
However, the DNA test confirms that Michael is the biological son of the late Emmanuel.
Mom, you who opted?
You were both adopted. Your father and I adopted you. After 6 years of marriage without a child, we never told you because we were afraid you'd feel different. But your father loved you as his own sons.
So Dad knew all these years?
Yes, and he never loved you any less.
Instead, they discovered a 30 secret and learned that family isn't always defined by blood.